What is the most hype anime of 2023? Is it one of these things over here, right at the top of my anime list? Nope. Do not be fooled by the popularity ratings. Nah, the real anime that's gonna take the whole world by storm to make everyone be like, oh my god, this anime is the bestest anime of all time! How did we not notice? And right under our noses! Oh my gosh! It's all the way down. Come on. Here, right here. Okay. Come on, right here. All right. You read that right. The best anime of the year is going to be Hirogaru Sky Precure, or Hirogaru Sky Pretty Cure, or however they choose to translate it, because there's not really a single one correct way to, well, whatever, okay? The point is, it's going to be hype. Well, I mean, I don't know for sure, because it's not going to air its first episode until February 5th at 8:30 a.m. Japan time, but that isn't going to stop me from getting hype. Okay, so I know what you're thinking, but Glitter Informer, there's so many rom-coms and isekais out there. Why would I want to watch this thing instead? What even is a Pretty Cure, and what does it even mean? Oh boy, I could go on for hours. I could write a 100-page essay about what Pretty Cure is, but Hirogaru Sky comes out in like 24 hours as of the time I'm recording this video, and I'd really like to get this video out before then, so I'll keep it as brief as I humanly can. Behold, Clip Studio Paint. Pretty Cure, also known as Precure, is an absolutely massive anime franchise that has been going on pretty much non-stop since 2004. Every season, there's this magical kingdom or something that's being invaded by this evil something or other. Okay. Evil something or other. And then the evil guys go and invade Earth next. And then some guys from the magical kingdom go and they go to Earth too. And then the magical kingdom guys, they go team up with some of the Earth people, the girls there. And then the girls, they become Pretty Cure, and they fight off the evil guys. And it's fun for the whole family, and it's cool. It's cool stuff. So, in other words, girls in furry dresses beat the absolute crap out of giant monsters. It's awesome. So, Pretty Cure is an absolute hit in Japan. Everyone's heard of it over there. Unfortunately, pretty much no one cares about it at all over here, which is unfortunate because it's one of those rare long-running shows that manages to avoid going stale. Every year there's an all-new setting, cast of characters, theme, plotline, etc., so they do a lot to shake things up. And this year, Hirogaru Sky Pretty Cure is the 20th season of the show, and they're changing even more things than ever. The entire Pretty Cure fandom, which, to be fair, only consists of like 3 English speakers around the world, is super freaking hyped right now about it. Alright, I'm done waiting. Let's go to the official Hirogaru Sky Pretty Cure website. Let's go! Right off the bat, look at the page. Look at the people! Okay. If you happen to be one of the other 2 English-speaking Pretty Cure fans on the planet, you've probably seen this site like a million times and you don't need me to tell you this, but if you aren't, let me explain to you the significance of this image. The main character is blue! Okay, so if you're new to the franchise, you're probably like, okay, who cares? But look at this. Every season has like a few main characters and one main character. There goes the dog. Here's a list of every main character in the franchise. You're seeing a lot of pink here, right? But this is the first time that we've ever had a blue leader. Blue Cures have only ever been sidekicks before, okay? This is huge. And we actually do have a pink Cure this season. Can you see the cursor? Probably not. I probably hid the cursor. Oh well. Top left. This is the first time in Pretty Cure history that we've ever had a pink Cure not be the main character. Absolutely huge. And you want to know what's even bigger? Top right. What color is this person up here? Orange. We haven't had an orange Cure since 2012. The orange fellow up there, second orange Cure in history. Now I know what you're thinking. They're just colors. Why do they even matter? Well, let me tell you. In the Pretty Cure fandom, what colors the cures are, can't speak, is one of the most important topics in the entire world. I mean, look at how many cures there are. It's been like almost 2 decades. And that isn't even counting all the one-off and side character cures, which I will not be editing in because I will be very, very busy editing this in post and uploading it to YouTube before it airs at like whatever 30 p.m. because I'm in America, not Japan, so I have like only a little over 24 hours. Anyways, how would we keep track of all these characters if they didn't have convenient color coding? Okay, this is a big deal to us. Please be gentle. But all right, I get it. You want something a little more hype than what colors the characters are wearing, all right? You want a bombshell. Something that really make your head explode. Well, okay then. Please, redirect your eyes to the top right. Really, really focus on this orange fella up here. Now, would you believe it if I told you that this orange cure was the first ever main character in Pretty Cure history to be male? That's right. We're not just breaking color boundaries this year, we are breaking gender roles. You know, in shows aimed at boys, there's never been a taboo against having female characters. I mean, look at Super Sentai, a show made by the same company as Pretty Cure. They've had mixed gender teams since the very beginning, literally the first season. But suddenly, when you have a show aimed at girls, you have to have the entire team made up of girls. Doing otherwise will threaten the girl power message, they say. Isn't it actually condescending to the girls in the audience to imply that all it takes is a single boy to negate all of the girl power? Why can't girls be strong and powerful regardless of what gender their teammates are? Why should we have to put boys down to lift girls up? Girls aren't that weak is what I'm saying. I'm glad Toei's finally realized that. Do you understand why this anime is hype now? Okay, let's scroll down and read the synopsis of the series. Okay, actually, I don't see a synopsis. Oops. Fortunately, there's another official site, but I'm too lazy to go look for it, so I'm just gonna read the synopsis off the Pretty Cure Wiki. Let's get rid of these ads and just read it here. A major incident has occurred in the peaceful Skyland. The young Princess L has been kidnapped by the monsters of Underg Empire. A brave young girl, Sora, follows the princess through a mysterious hole. TV? Cars? Are those some kind of magic tools? But there's no time to be surprised. She has to get the princess back to the castle. Flying between two worlds, the adventure with the Pretty Cure begins now. It's hero time. Okay, I think I had a little too much fun with that one. All right. Okay. First of all, this is the first time in Pretty Cure history, geez, I've been saying that a lot, where the lead cure has not been from Japan. Like, okay, we've had cures from other worlds before, but this is the first time one of them's been the protagonist. This could make for some really exciting stories and character moments. I, for one, am absolutely hyped, because, to be honest, my least favorite parts of Pretty Cure are usually the lead cures. Hot take. There are some exceptions, of course, but most of them tend to be really samey. Our main character, Sora, is shaping up to possibly be the most unique main character in Pretty Cure history. Also, from the flying between two worlds line, I'm really hoping that the show has the main characters traveling between Earth and Skyland a lot. The first season of Pretty Cure I watched was Mahou Sky Pretty Cure, which was, in my opinion, the season with the most developed magical alternate world the show has ever had. The characters were going back and forth a lot and discovering each other's worlds. It was really cool. I wouldn't mind them doing that again. Okay, synopsis over. It's character time. Let's start with our fearless leader, Sora Haruwataru, who transforms into Cure Sky. The official website says, an athletic girl from Skyland. In order to become a hero like the person who saved her when she was young, she diligently trains every day with all her might. After meeting with Mashiro in Sorashito Town, it has been decided that she and Elle will be freeloaders at Mashiro's house. Her catchphrase is, it's hero time. Man, my favorite part of this show is going to be when she says, it's hero time, and then she heroes all over the bad guys. It's going to be the best part of the show. She transforms into the Pretty Cure of the Sky, Cure Sky. That sounds like a lot less redundant in Japanese, trust me, because like this sky, like the Pretty Cure of the Sky, this is in Japanese, but Cure Sky, like this is in English, even in like the source material. So trust me, like this is way better than anyways, distraction. If you're new to this whole Pretty Cure thing, you might want to know that after Pretty Cure is done transforming, she has this little self-introduction thing that she says. It's part of the stock footage, so it saves Toei, the guys creating the anime, time and money. And it also looks as though it's pretty cool. If you scroll up here, all the way up here, you can see that Cure Sky's little self-introduction thingy is the blue sky spreading into infinity. Cure Sky, which sounds way less redundant in Japanese. Again, same reason as before. Cool? Okay, let's go. Go over here. Look at her design. Okay, this design, it's good. It's really good. Look at the wings on her hair. Look at the wings on her shoes. Look at the suns on her feet. Look at the little white curves on the top of her stockings that look kind of like clouds. Look at the most common color on her outfit other than blue is white, giving off the impression of a cloud-like sky. Look at the touches of pink that contrast the blue without clashing with it. Look at the little touches of like gold on her outfit that give like a regal appearance. You know? Look at the iconic twin tails that fade into pink. Look at the cape! I swear, everywhere you look on this design, you find something new that ties into the sky theme. It's absolutely great. It looks great. It's just great. You know, for some reason, the official site doesn't have Sora's civilian look. In other words, what she looks like before she transforms, so we gotta go look at the wiki for that. Look at how stylish she looks. The color blue is just so consistent, and I love it. I love her hair. Look at the asymmetrical bangs. She has the best bangs. Sora is just so sporty and cool looking, but there's just one problem that I just have to complain about, okay? And it's a problem that all of the characters have in this season. Look at her ankles. Look at how thin they are. Doesn't it look like they're just gonna snap at any moment under her own weight? She's just gonna fall over and die. I pity her. Okay, next gear. This is our trusty sidekick, Mashiro Nijigaoka, aka Cure Prism. Okay, and I'm sorry, but as a diehard Pretty Cure fan, I'm gonna have to start talking about colors again. Cure Prism is the first white cure we've had since 2011. I mean, we did have a Cure Summer in 2021, whom I personally like to consider white because, I mean, look at her. Her outfit is mostly white. But she's officially classified as rainbow, and that's what everyone else thinks of her as, so that's what we're going with, so there, whatever, man. And we also had Cure Finale last year in 2022, and she does have a lot of white on her outfit, but honestly, look at her. Her color scheme's all over the place. Like, seriously, what were they thinking? Jesus. Anyways, back on topic. To quote the site, a kind and considerate girl. A second year in junior high at Soroshido City. A walking dictionary who knows a lot about cooking and nature. Her parents work overseas, so she lives with her grandmother, Yo-Yo. Her nickname is Mashiron, with an N at the end, so pretty similar to her actual name. She transforms into the Pretty Cure of Light, Cure Prism. Even though we saw 4 cures on the main page, Sky and Prism are the only 2 we have a ton of information about at the moment. That means we're probably starting off the anime just focusing on them as a duo. Now, consider that this season is the 20th one, and therefore the 20th anniversary celebration of Pretty Cure. This means that our girls Sora and Mashiro are almost definitely intended as throwbacks to the very first Pretty Cures ever, Cure Black and Cure White. Okay, now, I know what you're thinking. Oh my god. Homework. I have to find out about this old season of Pretty Cure in order to understand the new season? Oh, no. Well, don't worry. You do not have to watch the previous seasons of Pretty Cure in order to understand this one. They're all self-contained, remember. New setting, new characters, new plot every year. Don't fret. I'll keep things brief for you, okay? You don't have to worry. Cure Black is a sporty person, and Cure White is a white cure who knows a lot of facts about a lot of things and lives with her grandmother because her parents are overseas. Okay, yeah, one of them's more similar than the other, but there's definitely a resemblance going on here, okay? Okay, so Cure Prism's self-introductory thingy is softly spreading gentle light. Cure Prism. Got it? Okay, let's talk clothes. Ta-da! I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw Cure Prism, I didn't even notice that she was a white Cure. I thought that she was supposed to be pink until I saw the real pink Cure behind her, and I was like, oh my cheese and crackers! I think most of it probably had to do with me expecting a pink and blue duo because that's what Pretty Cure would usually do. But some of it also comes down to the sheer volume of Cure Prism's hair. It's the first thing I see because of how big it is, and as you can clearly see, it is very much pink, not white. It isn't even a particularly light shade of pink either. It kind of dominates the color palette. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having like a color hair that's different from the theme color, but like in this case, it just kind of dominates the color palette, you know? I mean, it's a little better in image 2 than image 1 over here because, you know, she's no longer in the crouching position and you can see more of her dress. But other than that, Prism's design is so cute. Look at the hearts hanging down from her hair. I mean, look at the bows on her head and on her shoulders and then her skirt. Oh my gosh, look at the gigantic and fluffy skirt. It looks kind of like a cloud. I like the four-pointed star motif going on with her shoes and her skirt and even the bow on her head. Speaking of the skirt, I love what's going on with the little dark pocket sticking out there. It's such a cool piece of contrast. And speaking of contrast, I like how her saturated green eyes stick out against the pastel colors of everything else. Finally, here's something I've noticed. Prism has a single crescent moon earring hanging down from her left ear. Look, I'm gonna zoom in. See? Ear, okay? And if we go over here, ear. Look. Cure Sky is the same thing, but from the other ear. Their outfits don't have the same level of coordination as Cure Black and Cure White did way back in 2004, and I'll probably put an image of those two in post if I have time, but I like this little detail that shows the eagle-eyed viewer that they're part of a team. Okay, let's reset the zoom. Okay, let's go back to the wiki and see Mashiro's civilian form. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not as big of a fan as this one. Her civilian outfit does have more white than pink on it, but since white is a neutral color and pink isn't, the pink overpowers it and she just looks pink. I think a good way they could have fixed this is if they made more of the dress white. Alternatively, they could have had Mashiro's hair be white or gray in civilian form and turn pink once she transformed. Ignoring the colors though, the dress is nice and elegant looking, while not being so over the top that it wouldn't make sense for an ordinary girl to wear. Alright, we're halfway there. Unless you count the baby, then we're only 40% of the way. Let's move on to the wingman. Cure Wing. Let's go. Zoom back out so we can see the whole boy. Okay, we don't know anything about him, except that he looks like this. He's 12 years old, according to this article thing here that I found. His voice actor is the guy who voiced Venti from Genshin Impact, and his self-introduction thingy is courage spreading high in the heavens, Cure Wing. Okay, so let's just talk about his outfit, since that's really all we have to talk about. I think his design is really cool. Orange is such a cool, underutilized color. I mean, technically it's a warm, underutilized color, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay? And it's especially fitting for a sky-themed season because it's a sunset color. Like sunset, there's a lot of different sunset colors in Wing's outfit, you know? In Wing's hair, there's different shades of orange and also a strand of yellow hair, like on the left side of his head, like right near his eye. Cool stuff. There's red in some small areas of his outfit, like, for instance, his earrings and the ribbon around his thigh. And there's also some blue as well, mostly in that big thing in the back. Is it a skirt? I'm gonna call it a skirt. I love how there's a really strong bird motif going on. My eyes are first drawn to the big old wing-shaped skirt, but there's also the boots, which look kind of like bird feet. There's also a feather-shaped hair clip over his right ear. Even the big tuft of hair at the top of his head kind of looks like a giant tail feather or something. You know? And on top of that, he looks really princely and cool. I mean, look at the puffy sleeves, the open-ended gloves, the buttons on them, the top hat, the vest with a nice-looking trim on the back, and the button-up shirt underneath, not overneath. Oh my gosh. Overall, great design. There's no civilian design yet for Cure Wing or for Cure Butterfly, the next person for that matter. Speaking of which, Cure Butterfly. Here we go. Again, don't know much about her. All we know, she looks like this. Her voice actor is somebody called Ayaka Nanase, and Ayaka Nanase hasn't really voiced anybody that I know of. And her self-introduction is rising and spreading wonderful. Cure Butterfly. I don't think I translated that right. Let me know if you know what the actual translation is. I'm not good at Japanese. Sorry. Let's look at the design, okay? Let's just look at the design. I'm gonna be honest, okay? This is my least favorite of the 4 Cure designs, since it has the weakest motif. I mean, I guess the big bows at her head and her hip are supposed to be butterflies. They kinda look butterfly-like, since the bottom parts are shorter than the top parts, but they honestly look too much like bows and not enough like butterflies to me. If you want a butterfly-themed design, look at the main characters of Yes Pretty Cure 5, like right over here. I mean, look at the bows they have on their chests, you know? I know, I mean, more homework, but they're way more detailed. Like, this actually looks like butterflies. This is way better. There are some elements of the design that I do like, though. For one, fashionable asymmetry is always great. Love the stocking. Love the top. You know? Like the little part of the skirt and the lopsided hat. You know? I also just like hats in general. Hats are great. Second, I really like the usage of dark purple and black. You don't often see dark colors being used in Pretty Cure designs, even though Cure Black was literally one of the first characters in the show, and there wouldn't even be a franchise without her. And I also like her hair's ombre from yellow to orange. Oh, and did I mention the hat? Because I like her hat. Oh, one more thing I should mention. Cure Butterfly is going to be the second adult main character ever, and the first to be an adult mentally as well as physically. The first adult main character was Cure Earth from 2020, but she was kind of weird in that she was literally created halfway through the season, like in-universe, like an artificial human or something, and thus wasn't very mature mentally. So, Cure Butterfly, on the other hand, is apparently going to be the big sister of the team at, like, literally 18 years old. Just normal 18-year-old person. And that's just a really cool dynamic that it hasn't been seen in the franchise before. Where am I getting that from? This article. See? Same one as before. Deja vu. Okay, so we're done with the cures. But there's one more character that we have to tackle. The baby. See, Pretty Cure is a show with a lot of audiences. But I gotta admit, okay? The main one is little girls. And there's few things people like selling to little girls more than baby dolls. So how do you do that? Introduce a magical baby that the characters have to take care of. Yay! It doesn't happen every year, but it's been happening most years lately, honestly. Usually there isn't really much to say personality-wise about the baby because, well, I mean, she's a baby. This year's baby is named L-chan. Yay! The official site has this to say about her. The still very young princess of Skyland. After having been kidnapped, she and Sora were whisked away to Sorashido Town. She holds a mysterious power that brings forth the sky tones, which grant the ability to transform into Pretty Cure. Her catchphrase is "Eru," or something like that. I don't know. I can't voice act babies very well. In fact, I can't voice act anybody. I'm not an actor. Anyways, so I'm not really sure if Elle is a baby or a toddler. Can she speak? Or is she only capable of saying her own name? Because that's going to determine what I think of her design. Look at her hair. Isn't her hair awfully long for a baby? I get that she's like a magical baby, but come on. Babies aren't supposed to have long hair. The hair would look cute if it weren't for that. I like the wing-shaped ponytails, but I really hope that she's a toddler. Even still, I don't think I've ever even seen a toddler with hair that long. I don't even know if it's anatomically possible, to be honest. Alright, so, just a baby. Or is she? Because here's the thing. Look at the logo. I'm gonna scroll in. Let's zoom in. Look at the logo. Do you see the 5 stripes? We have blue for sky, white for prism, pink for butterfly, yellow for, it's approximately orange, so probably for rain, and finally, purple right here in the middle. This is major. Every single season since 2013, and for most seasons even before then, there has been at least one cure to join the team, not at the beginning of the show, but right in the middle. There's definitely going to be a 5th cure, and judging by the logo, that 5th cure is definitely going to be purple. There is no way, on God's green earth, that Elle-chan is not going to become the mid-season cure. Now, I know what you're thinking, but she's a baby. Well, there's no rule saying she can't rapidly age into somebody old enough to become a cure. There's even precedent for it. I'm just saying, Elle-chan had better enjoy being able to poop her pants while she still can. And that's it. That's pretty much it. I still believe that Hirogaru Sky Pretty Cure is going to be the most hype anime of winter 2023. But honestly, I poured myself out just writing and recording this script, and I probably got like a full day ahead of me of editing this down into a palatable size, like making the thumbnail, and cringing at how horrible the audio has turned out because, frankly, I don't have a microphone, so I'm just using the one off of my computer, and it sucks. And, oh my gosh, how long has this been going for? Okay, it's been going for like 18 minutes now. Add in like the 7 minutes I had of recording. Otherwise, like I've been recording this in segments, and oh my gosh, this is gonna be like my longest video ever, isn't it? Oh man, this isn't gonna be. How am I gonna get this out before Hirogaru Sky comes out? I don't know. I have literally written and recorded an essay on a show that doesn't exist yet. I'm done. Goodbye.